I mean, the future of Barstool Sports is going to be 10 kids doing a torture stream, and they have to watch, like, Goodfellas. It's going to be like, can you sit down and watch this movie without looking at your phone for 2 hours?
Oh, the torture.
Definitely not.
Loser has to watch Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
If they can watch the whole Godfather trilogy back to back, they get $1 million.
Yeah, nobody does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Thursday. It's April 17th. We got Mook on the show today. Going to be talking Kidfluencers. And today's episode is brought to you by Steven Singer Jewelers. Do you call your mom? Do you call her every day or just on special occasions once in a blue moon? Well, Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell the moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24-karat gold dip blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip flowers that die in a week. Steven Singer Jewelers' signature gold dipped roses are real roses dipped in real 24-karat gold and guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something that she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. This forever gift of a real long-stem 24-karat gold-dipped rose has Steven's full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personalized Mother's Day note. It's a great present, lasts a lifetime. They're beautiful. Tell your mom you love her. Get your Mother's Day shopping done ahead of time. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these will not be restocked. Supply is limited. Shipping is always complimentary. That means free. Nothing says I love you like a real, authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold-dipped rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
If a woman did that, I think it'd be just as funny.
Yeah, it'd be great.
So you don't agree that a woman would be fired instantaneously?
No.
I agree. You're not a woke loser. Congrats.
I do think that in some circumstances, when people are on the air and like a guy is pressuring a woman for a phone number, it makes her feel like she has to give him the number.
I think if you watch that clip
but if you
and
watch
you come away with that
it.
impression, you have rocks for brains.
I agree. What I'm saying is like there are circumstances where that can be true.
Sure.
This is not one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what clip you're even talking about.
During the Braves game the other night, the Braves sideline reporter, they were in Toronto, and he went up, they were talking about some party deck they have, and he interviewed these two girls, and he was, oh, do y'all come here, whatever. And he finishes the thing, and then the play-by-play guy goes, okay, Wiley, you have 4 more innings to get her number. And then he pulls out his phone. He goes, they're telling me I need to get your number. And she's like, oh, they're telling you. He's like, I swear to God, but I'm going to use that now, because it's actually kind of good, but they're in my ear. And then she's like laughing, and she gives him her phone number. And the woke left had a field day.
Of course.
Field day.
Yeah. I think that's like a pretty, like, what else is going on at a baseball game if you're a sideline reporter?
That's
and
what
she's
you're
like,
supposed to do.
and
It's
she's
like a
like
fun
laughing,
bit.
and she could have told him no, which would have been equally as funny.
Yeah. Shutting
Like,
him down. It would have been good either way.
Yeah.
This is good TV.
Yeah, it was great.
100% good TV. The Florida reporter was interesting to me. The Florida basketball girl.
Now, I actually...
Do you think she...
I have the old take on that. Like, she is wrong.
Are we taping?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I'm just fixing the camera.
What's your take on it, Big T?
You shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't do what?
Cheer in the press box.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if you're a student reporter?
Particularly.
Or you need to hold yourself to a higher standard?
Yeah.
That's that's a boomer take.
Yeah, no, I 100%. But it's, if you don't want to do that, go work somewhere like here where you don't have to do that.
I thought when you were talking about the Florida girl at first, I thought you were talking about the girl behind the Hawks bench. Or was it the Hawks or was it the Magic bench last night in Orlando?
I'm not familiar.
Oh, buddy.
I don't watch the association.
You got to look that up. There was a girl. She was well endowed. They showed her from the neck down, and she had a bag of what appeared to be. I'll just say it appeared to be white powder.
Oh.
She could have been meeting up with Nikki Smokes after.
Yes, somebody said that it was maybe a hand warmer. So we'll think about that.
I've seen some hand warmers in my day.
Yeah, I think you're looking at a pair of them right now.
Nice. And they don't look like that.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have not, but I remember the Golden State Warriors fan that went viral for like a similar thing last year.
Let me show you this clip real quick here.
Okay.
And this is Macrodosing. That's the sound of Mook. You're hearing Mook.
Hello.
Mook can't sleep.
Yes.
Mook, what are your hours nowadays?
They're very it's day by day, but it's mainly like 11 to 3 a.m. is when I'm awake, and then 3 to 10, 10:30, 11.
Has that messed you up?
For sure. I'm like missing out on a lot of like societal things. I get texts at 9 a.m. Don't miss all of them.
Yeah, your news cycle's got to be crazy.
I wake up and my phone is exploding.
You know, the worst thing about that for me would be anytime I have to get up at like 3 a.m. for a flight or something, and then you're sitting in the airport and I'm just refreshing Twitter and nothing's happening for hours and hours. Like that would kill me.
Yeah, because you're up that late and you're just by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's nothing going on.
It almost must feel liberating though if you're on Twitter. You can like post whatever you want because you're
and
like,
no one
I
will
am
see
the
it.
internet right now.
Yeah.
Nobody else is up keeping the internet. All right, here we go. Watch this. She's got something in her hands there.
I haven't gotten to the hand.
She does shake it repeatedly.
Yeah,
That's a bag.
that's a bag.
That's
In your expert opinion?
Yeah, what else could that be?
Why would she need to shake it?
Get it down to the bottom. You kind of
To a novice.
condense the bag a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a packet of salt, before you
Sure.
sprinkle it on something, you shake it down to the bottom so that you can get a nice uniform
This
pour.
looks like, if that is the sugar, it looks like quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
I mean, which makes me think it could be a hand warmer or something of that ilk.
It is a reckless move for her to do that
Yeah,
above the table, which is why I'm like, maybe it's not.
it could be meth.
But who needs
Could
a
be
hand
meth.
warmer indoors in Orlando in April?
I don't. Have you ever been to like NBA arenas before? They struggle a lot with the temperature. Like it's either super hot,
Now,
it can
okay,
be super cold.
But usually, if they're cold, that's because there's ice underneath, which there is not in Orlando.
Okay, good point. Let me investigate visually to see if it's cold in here.
Although that
does-
could be wrong. Where do the Orlando Solar Bears play? Do they play at?
The
it
Solar
still-
Bears?
Yeah, the Orlando Solar Bears. I think they're an AHL team, or they might be like independent or something.
Upon visual investigation of one particular thing in this video, I don't think that it's that cold where she's sitting.
Now,
In her seat, she does not appear to be chilly.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Solar Bears do play at the Kia Center, so there is ice in there.
That's the Kia Center now? I thought it was Amway.
I always knew Amway, yeah, but it's apparently the Kia Center now. I knew they renamed it.
It's no longer the Pyramid?
Now, the one reply I'd be looking for on that is at Grok, what is happening here? And that's the only thing I've been seeing on Twitter is just people being like, I don't know what's going on.
I've been seeing a lot of grok.
Decipher this video that's either India or Pakistan. Let me know where it is and what's happening.
Okay, I'm going to ask Grok. Grok, what do you see in this video?
Big pair of titties.
All right, I'll keep you posted on what Grok says. Is it Grok or is it Grok?
I think it's Grok. I think it's Grook.
Did you know that Grok is non-binary?
I did not know that.
Our good friend Brace had Grok admit that it was non-binary.
Wow.
That one of Elon's children has also abandoned him. Yeah, so I don't. Elon's going to reprogram that momentarily. I
Oh,
think.
that thing's going to be so alpha so fast.
Oh, real alpha. That video. Did you see the video of him with a Diet Coke?
No.
So he was. I think it was at the White House. He was there with the president of El Salvador, and then they're going into a fridge, and the president takes out a Coke, and then Elon's like, a Coke, ha ha ha, Diet Coke, terrible branding. And then that's the end of the clip. He thinks a Diet Coke is terrible branding.
Why?
I don't know. It's like the most popular soft drink in the world.
Well, I think Coke's more.
Yeah, probably, but it's up there.
Yeah. It's one of the most recognizable brands of all time.
Yeah. It'd be better if it was called X Coke.
Do you know why, fun fact, do you know why its official name is Diet Coke and not Diet Coca-Cola?
No.
Because this could be wrong.
Okay.
This could be wrong.
But it's
This could be totally wrong,
fun
actually.
fact. It's a
You know,
fun
it's
fact.
not a fun fact. It's a fun, I heard it once.
Okay.
Air it out, let it fly.
Because it is a variant of New Coke that came out in the 80s. and New Coke was COKE. It wasn't Coca-Cola, which is why now it says Coca-Cola Classic.
Okay.
And so they kept that for Diet Coke. And I believe the formula for Diet Coke is based off of New Coke, which is why it doesn't taste like Coca-Cola. Like Coke Zero tastes way closer to regular Coke than Diet Coke does.
Yeah.
And I believe it's because it was an offshoot of New Coke, which people hated, but somehow Diet Coke stayed.
Now, do you believe that the new Coke that they put out was just it was a marketing ploy to make people yearn for the old Coke? So when they brought it back, they would
I don't
sell
think
more?
so. It was quite a disaster. One of the biggest marketing misses of all time.
Yeah. We should do new Barstool and just have it absolutely suck. Like, I miss the old Barstool.
Some would argue that's already happened.
Exactly.
Hey guys, I'm Mook. Good to be here.
So yeah, Mook's here with us today. We're going to talk about some Kidfluencers.
Yeah.
It's a show on Netflix that everybody's watching. I'll be honest, I cannot bring myself to watch that show.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I did not watch it.
It wasn't good. It was beyond the content. Like, it was just... So, are those kids famous?
In the kid influencer space, extremely so.
Obviously, I'm not the target
You
demo,
are
but
not.
I've heard of most people on the internet. I had never heard of any of this.
I think you would be shocked at how many people you do not know on TikTok or YouTube that have millions of subscribers that you have literally never seen with your own eyes.
It's getting to that point.
Where, like, sometimes someone will be on my For You page for the first time and I'll be like, who is this? Why do they have like 700,000 likes and they have 12 million followers? I've never heard of them. Yeah. So I think and they're not in your demo. So I think
For sure.
that's
I discovered a new guy last night. I stumbled upon this guy named Jesser. Just has like a casual 3 million subs on YouTube. Every video he puts out gets like 1 million plus views. He's like a basketball content influencer. That being said, I'm a little worried that you guys brought me on for kid influencing
Yeah.
for my first macro.
Well, I saw the topic today and I was like, there's one person I have to have on, and that's Mook.
And that's me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's a nice late topic that we can maybe scratch the surface. I brought you because you're a funny guy. I think that you'd have funny takes on it.
I appreciate that. But the thing is, I am decently well versed because when you are up at 3 a.m. scrolling TikTok, you find yourself in some weird places.
Those are kiddie hours.
Those are kitty hours. Yes, precisely. And
You see weird corners of the internet.
yeah, you go down rabbit holes where you become familiar with like the latest not hottest physically, but the hottest like pranker in high school. The guy like Heston James. You become very familiar with the FaZe Clan, the AMP streaming house. So I have some kid influencers in my back pocket.
So what's going on with Cenat? Because you were talking about him earlier.
Yeah, and look, this lore is, I'm not proud to know all of this, but I'm tapped in. This is like a me and TJ. This would be like a me and TJ conversation.
Okay.
I'd never thought this would be a conversation on air.
Okay.
Cenat now has a G League, they're calling it. So he has the AMP. Okay, yeah, see, this is already. By the way, you have a kid influencer.
What does that mean?
You ever see Big Red?
No.
Okay, I sent it to Mad Dog, but
I'll send it in the group chat.
yeah, there's a mini you going viral.
He's in the minors right
Can
now.
you bring him up on the screen, Mad Dog?
Yeah. Hold on.
Pretty much, Cenat has a G League. He bought a giant house in Atlanta, and he set up this house, and he lives in his own house, but that G League house is like close to him.
Okay.
And then he pretty much set up that house for it's like 5 bedrooms. He like took a kid out of Baltimore. He took a 16-year-old kid, moved him in that house, and their job is just to stream every day.
This is like Andrew Tate.
Only one of them is 16. I don't know how old the other one is.
Okay.
But yeah, Big T, you're kind of going viral right now. That's
I don't understand the left hand follow through on a right-handed shot, but no, yeah, that's I mean, I've got a sweet top of the key jumper as well, so
I kind of like that though. The left-handed follow through. Nobody's doing it like that.
For sure.
This guy has mini hoop highlights that make me jealous.
Really?
Yeah, they play like indoor hoops. It's great.
That's sick.
But
you know what? I might have seen him.
You've definitely, because I get DMs like, "Is this you?" all the time, and it's definitely more Big T.
The problem with that is this kid? You've seen more than one video of him?
Oh, I've seen hundreds.
Okay, I thought that maybe it was like one time he hit a shot and says, "How do you stop Big Red on it?" And then he might go like internet viral for having this one highlight, and he gets like brought onto other streams and he just sucks?
No, he's got mixtapes.
Okay.
I mean, we're still paying Red Rhino.
It's true. A lot of money.
Yeah.
Double Rico's salary.
And season tickets.
Yeah. All right, so wait, back to the G League.
Yes. So AMP, Kai Cenat's brand, AMP, their G League house, they have a 16-year-old in it right now named Rakai, 2X Rakai, and he just collaborated with Lil Tay.
Okay.
And those clips, if you look them up on TikTok, I mean, they're the most viral things I've ever seen. All of the clips have like 300,000 likes. They peaked on Twitch concurrent viewers 100,000 during the Lil Tay Rakai stream.
Oh, shit.
This 16-year-old Rakai flew her out on Spirit Airlines. And they spent all day doing like bullshit, like they were cooking together. And the content is what you think it is. It's like this 16-year-old kid being like, so like Lil Tay, like, do you think your body is tea?
Oh, God.
It is insane.
Now, I know the name Lil Tay, but I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
You know Lil Tay.
I've heard the name.
It's the little Asian girl that went viral like 12 years ago, or probably 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, didn't she buy a bunch of cars and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was like a rapper for a hot second, and now she's like grown up.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you Lil Tay.
You know Lil Tay.
that didn't cross T's desk.
It did.
It
It
did.
did, but I think your brain just moved on from it smartly.
Possibly.
I think most of us moved on.
It's not ringing a bell.
Oh, you trust me. I think she might. She wasn't.
How old is this person? Okay, now the money thing.
The money cell phone?
does look vaguely familiar.
Now, if you remember, KB made a fake Lil Tay tour poster back in the day. That was
See,
sponsored
now
by.
you're really out of my depth.
Okay. But she was going viral when she was like, I don't know, 11, 12 probably. Now, you know, I don't know how old she is now, but she is collabing with the AMPG League House in Kai Cenat.
Okay.
Got it.
So she's like a former top prospect that fell off for a little bit. He's like, I can resurrect her. There's some talent there.
100%.
If we can get her to focus on the on-field stuff, she
Josh
could be a star.
Hamilton.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect.
The G League house. Yeah, I mean that's weird. That's weird to be flying out 16-year-olds and being like, you have to stay in this house and stream all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. So the thing is, I don't know if it's like a direct order from Kai. I don't know any of the inner workings. Kai Cenat has been in trouble before for collabing with this 16-year-old Rakai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one day they like it was a thing. I think he got dropped. A couple sponsors dropped him, but you know they do like IRL streaming, right? So they just kind of like walk around their houses and like fuck around. One day he like walked into the bathroom and like Rakai was like shitting.
Okay.
And it was like, why are you even going near the 16-year-old while he's like, you know, indecent, whatever. But I think for the most,
it's not like it's Smitty in the shower.
Exactly, or Big T in the shower upstairs.
Right.
Yeah. So I think for the most part, like he does have good intentions for the 16-year-old. Like I think he makes sure he does his online school.
Okay.
But there is currently a 16-year-old living in a house in Atlanta with no adult, technically, no parent around him, that is becoming very viral on Twitch.
You're going pro. You're going pro before you even graduate from high school.
Yeah, it's like RWE. It's like OTE basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Would you let your kid do that? That seems kind of.
Are you serious? How much money are they bringing in?
What are they making in the G League? I don't know.
Because it is like it is similar to back in the day, the like 1400s, 1500s. You had a bunch of kids and you put them to work in the field.
Sure.
Made money off them. Here's my son. He's got big,
So that a few were expendable.
He's got big, strong shoulders. This kid can bale a bale of hay like nobody's business. And then now it's all profit. You got a little business going on.
It just seems like I'd be all for my kid. You know, obviously, if that guy's like making money and has a ton of followers, like great. Living in the G League house does seem like maybe a bridge too far.
It's Rakai. It's the Asian kid Ray. This kid from Taiwan that Kai Cenat met. He's in the G League house.
Okay.
He moved him from Taiwan.
From Taiwan. Yeah.
So is this all just abandoned children?
Somewhat. A little bit. He just went back to Taiwan to complete his like military service that he owed. And now he's back in America.
It sounds like human trafficking.
It is a little bit.
But like not for nefarious reasons like sex trafficking. Like Andrew Tate, obviously he's flying women to his house in Romania and being like, you have to stay in here and stream, but you have to take your clothes off and get fucked.
I'm also gonna fuck you.
I'm gonna fuck you, and then you're gonna fuck on camera all the time.
Yeah.
This is just like, I'm gonna fly you out. You have to live with me, but you have to produce content.
Yeah. You're not paying rent.
Not
you're
illegal
paying...
content.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, that's a weird business relationship. Like, imagine putting a contract in front of a 16-year-old, be like, sign here.
The thing is, though, this kid might be set for life if he doesn't fuck it up.
Okay.
He has like, almost 1 million followers on Twitch. He's probably, I don't know what his sub count is. If we're talking sub counts, he might be bringing in 50 to 100K a month, not including like brand sponsorships. He also brought out this like really, it's funny, this new brand of streaming is like, or Kai's brand, I guess. There's like the FaZe Clan, which is like a bunch of white guys streaming IRL. Kai is all black dudes. He pulled this kid out of like the trenches in Baltimore. His name is Reggie. He's becoming the biggest streamer on Twitch right now.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
He streams from like midnight till 5 a.m., just smokes blunts on stream, and him and his boy freestyle. And it's like, he's blowing up. He's hysterical.
It's kind of stealing your spot, honestly.
I know. I can't compete with that. Dude.
Yeah, you should try to do one where you just freestyle the entire time.
Yeah, that's a good Reggie stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess good for the kids if they're pulling in money that they wouldn't be making otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, if you can, it's sink or swim. If you can do good in the Cenat G League house, then you should be able to like make all the money that you want. And I guess in a way, it's better than the old model, which was like Nickelodeon signs you to a predatory contract when you're 8 years old, 10 years old,
100%,
and then you have to work like a dog for them, not get paid that much, and then they control all your shit.
Yeah,
and this way, it's like you own your own business.
Yes, they own their Twitch, they own their brand, their TikToks. I think it's good. I think, it could go south if like one of these guys eventually like falls off. Like, if you're a 16-year-old, all of a sudden you're like the most viral guy on the internet, and then what happens after? Do you have a backup plan? Right.
I think it's better than the alternative, the way that it used to be, but it's still, in a way, it's worse mentally because now you have like 15, 16-year-olds getting exposed to the entire internet and like people's opinions of them, and that's pretty fucked up to have like 100,000 people hate you.
I've read the TikTok comments. They are brutal to the 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, that part is not healthy.
Yeah, one of the they do funny shit. Like this one time, Ray Kai exploded a firework in one of like the main AMP guys, non-G leaguers, in his room. Okay. And like almost set the entire house on fire. And like all the comments are like grown men in the comments being like, "This little boy ain't ready for the big leagues." Like, you guys are such assholes.
I mean, if you imagine you growing up and this is your job, you have to like think of funny, creative content. You're always online.
Yeah.
We did a lot of stupid shit when we were kids, just with our friends, like fucking around.
Yeah.
But your worst ideas to you at that time would be like, this would make for a great stream, so I'm going to put it out online. Like, I think most everybody growing up did some shit that would get them like kicked off the internet if it was online.
100%. I have a bunch of failed videos online that I can't find for the life of me that I want to find so bad.
Can you describe one of them?
Yes. I have. I used to have an old YouTube channel where I would open sports cards, but then I would also do like skate videos.
Okay.
I was like into like jumping off ramps and shit.
Were you good?
No.
Okay.
It was awful. I was terrible at skating. Couldn't even ollie. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But it was like me and a couple of my boys, and we would film on a fucking GoPro and then just upload to YouTube. One of them is called The Wheelchair Grind.
Okay.
I was in a wheelchair, and my buddy like stitched on the back of me on his skateboard and like jumped on a ramp and grinded a ramp as I'm on a wheelchair, and then I just go like woo, like that kind of. Like,
you were the sled dog?
I was the sled dog. Yeah, I was pulling him down, and for the life of me, I look for that video like once a month on YouTube, and it's just lost.
What happened to it?
I don't know. I think I might have deleted the account because I think people in my school found my YouTube and then started playing it out loud around me, so I had to I had to get rid of that.
That's the worst, isn't it? Yeah. Like sometimes, so I fall asleep now with this blindfold thing on that has Bluetooth speakers that are sewn into it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sweet. It's a great thing that I have. But sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and the YouTube algorithm will feed me like an episode of Part of My Take, part of Macrodosing, and so it'll be 2 a.m. and I'll be dead asleep, and then I'll just hear my own voice in my ears. It is the worst way to wake up. It is actually a nightmare. I hate that. But yeah. Good luck finding those videos. I want to see some of them.
Yeah, like you have patanderic.com.
Yeah.
And it's like that's like a cool thing to find. Like I have some shit that I want to find so I can delete it.
Yeah. Well, there's some stuff on there. Like we didn't upload everything, but me and Pat the Beeve did a radio show for I think 3 years in Harrisonburg.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of funny stuff, but there were some moments I look back at and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad this isn't online. Like there was one time we were doing a show and we were like spoofing a Dr. Call-in show.
Okay.
You know how they have like medical experts that do their own shows and you can call up and be like, hey, I've got this, I got an itchy toe. What should I do about it?
Yeah.
And they give you advice. So we pretended to do something like that. And I was the doctor and Pat called in and I did not know that Asperger's was an actual thing.
Okay.
It wasn't as discussed. And he kept saying things about Asperger's. And I thought he was saying Asperger's.
Oh, it's a common mix-up.
And I started being like, dude, you're making up this hilarious sounding disease, Asperger's. Like, what is that? And then we did like 20 minutes. And then after we were done with it, they told me that's an actual thing. Like people who are on the autism spectrum, sometimes they get diagnosed with that. And I was like, well, I feel like a piece of shit right now.
That's tough.
So we put that online, took it off, I think shortly thereafter. I don't think it's anywhere. Like if something happens in the modern day and age and it is not online, it pretty much doesn't exist. Besides this story of me talking about it.
Yes. Yeah. And even you talking about it is like getting out in front of it.
Yeah, I'm in front of it in case somehow like AI figures out a way to go back in time and extract things from the airwaves.
Which would be very scary.
That would be very scary.
I don't like that.
No.
Don't like the thought of that.
We got some things that Big T sent over in today's news to get to. If you want to talk about Blue Origin, Katy Perry.
Go for it.
Katy Perry's a firework. She went up into outer space.
Totally.
Well, inner space.
Yeah.
Anytime they do the recreational space flights, they go up like barely into the stratosphere, and then they experience weightlessness for a couple minutes, then they come back down. So that's what she did yesterday, and now people are saying that it's faked. Big T, do you think it's faked?
I don't think it was faked. It was not. I don't understand what the hullabaloo was.
Okay.
They said it was like the first all-female, like, piloted whatever space flight.
Is that true?
I think I saw some, but it wasn't like they obviously had no control over the thing. They were up there for like 5 minutes.
They obviously had no control over it landing correctly.
Right, yeah.
You think Katy Perry was not in charge of flying the spaceship?
That's correct, yeah.
Where's your evidence, sir?
I don't know. But now some people are saying that the whole thing's fake. Like if you look at it, the way they open the door or something, I don't know.
I did watch that. I watched that part of it because the capsule came back to Earth, and then Jeff Bezos and one of his assistants goes out there, and Bezos is like, I'm going to be the one that opens up the door to welcome them back. And so he goes up to the module, and then the door appears to like open a little bit to the inside, and he's like, no, don't open it yet. I have to use my tool.
Ugh.
And so then they stop, and then he gets this giant tool out, and he gets up there, and he acts like he's being a man's man and undoing the door of the spaceship, and then he opens it up and he lets them out. It was very clearly like a photo op. That part,
yeah,
part of it for sure.
What's the fascination with like Bezos and Musk wanting to do physical labor?
It all comes from that inferiority complex where they're
Yeah.
like, I've worked behind a computer. Like Elon Musk probably spent 20 years just being like the dorkiest dork ever, sitting at a laptop.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to like overcome that and be like, now I'm doing jujitsu.
Yeah, it's like, come on, just stay in your lane.
Yeah, I was thinking about Musk and Jeff Bezos last night because I was looking at all these videos of the Blue Origin space shuttle thing. I think I figured out why they want to go to Mars so bad. I think they want to start a colony on Mars so that in like 10,000 years, once Mars has its own population, they will reach back into their history, and there'll be books written, and they will think that Musk is God.
Ah.
It's kind of how we think about, or some Scientologists think about the aliens that came to Earth, and like one alien in particular had the vision and then set up this entire colony, so we owe everything to that person. I think Musk wants to be revered in like 5,000 years as a god on Mars.
Psychopath.
He wants to be Kier.
He wants to be Kier.
He wants to be Kier.
He wants to be Kier of God, which in a way, like, kind of, I respect the audacity of him being like, I want to be God on Mars, and then actually taking steps to make it happen.
Yeah.
He's a complete psychopath for doing it, but I mean, goddamn, that's a lot of follow through.
Yeah, that's a heavy thought that you're now taking action.
Yeah.
Like I have no aspirations to be that. You know what I mean? Like you have to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You have to be the biggest dickhead in the world to be like, I want these people to think that I was a jiu-jitsu warrior and spawned life on Mars.
And what if it doesn't work? What if the planet is not hospitable? What if everybody up there is miserable, but they survive somehow?
Yeah.
So in like 1,000 years, they're like, fuck Elon. I hate Elon.
Yeah.
Like they're cursing their God all the time. For being
He brought us to this horrible place.
Yeah.
That's kind of the best case scenario.
Yeah. They should make a movie about Mars in like 2,000 years where everybody hates Elon because he put them there.
I forgot when you said, did you see the thing about Elon? And I was like, I really haven't seen anything from him recently. It's because I muted the word Elon on Twitter.
Wow.
So he could die and I wouldn't know.
That's
like if the tweet says Elon, I don't see it.
damn. You're not seeing a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know anything that he's been doing.
That's like half the internet now.
Yeah. No, it's been great.
Well, this sucks. I'm just getting a bunch of notifications on my phone right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row from Instagram. Part of my take removed themselves from being a collaborator on your post.
Yeah,
that's like 7.
Oh yeah,
the mass deletion thing.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, does my key not work here anymore?
Yeah, this is how they're telling you.
Yeah. Part of my take is unfollowed.
Sorry, I'm taking over PMT now.
That Jets player. Oh, they cut me.
Yeah.
Freddie Gonzalez, the Braves manager, found out he got fired because he got an email from Delta that the Braves were in Pittsburgh and they were there for like 2 more days, and he got an email that said your flight to Atlanta is confirmed. He was like, oh, I guess I just got canned.
Oh, damn. Oh. Did he get the miles from it?
Probably. I don't know.
What else is in the news today, Big T? People are mad at Mr. Beast.
What else did I send? Oh, yeah. So, ladies, do y'all know about the Mr. Beast con? You might know about this too, Mook.
What?
Did you see
I don't
this?
think so.
No.
I am not. Mr. Beast doesn't come across my desk ever.
We're talking about BeastCon?
Yeah, so there was some sort of Mr. Beast convention that was supposed to happen in Las Vegas. And I guess a bunch of people showed up for it, and all they ended up getting was some Feastables chocolate left in their hotel room, and then like some merch that didn't sell. It was like all extra small shirts, and Mr. Beast wasn't there. Like there was nothing. They just got some chocolate and child's t-shirts, and then there was like a mutiny in the Resorts World lobby that had to be diffused.
The Fire Fest of Mr. Beast.
And then Mr. Beast is like, I'm inviting all these people to my studio. So I don't know if he even knew. I don't know if this was an officially sanctioned thing that he didn't show up for, or if they marketed this without Mr. Beast's knowledge. I don't know.
What do you expect if you're... I'm not saying that you expect Firefest. I'm not saying that Mr. Beast is scamming his followers. But if you're attending this, you're spending money. Let's say you drop like $2,000 to fly to Las Vegas, get a hotel room. Oh. What are you expecting to happen while you're there? Like you meet up in the lobby with somebody and you're both wearing like a, I don't know, Mr. Beast t-shirt, and they're like, you like Mr. Beast too?
Yeah.
Right. Should we hang out?
What's your favorite video?
You want to take a thumbnail picture together?
It seems the expectation was they were going to get to meet Mr. Beast, I guess. I don't know what the activity log was for BeastCon, but...
Oh, this person's complaining that there were 0 activations.
Right.
You got to expect at least a couple activations.
For sure. No, you do.
Yeah, the Mr. Beast doesn't necessarily, like, I'm not that into it. I am pretty into the internet, but, like, I'm not going down his rabbit holes. I'm not in Mr. Beast's holes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that, like, 4 years ago you would have been?
Yeah, I think so. Now I'm just more into I'm into the streamers. Beast doesn't do it for me at all.
Has he fallen off?
Not numbers wise.
No, unfortunately not. He's still the king.
Did you see what he said the other day? Somebody accused him of saying you only help people because you make a video out of it and then you make money and all this stuff. And he posted the last 20 videos he's made or whatever, he said, actually, the videos where I help people do the worst. And they had like 30 million views.
Yeah.
And he was like, I guess I could just not help people because these videos don't even do that good.
I heard an interview where he was talking about his own death. He was saying that he's got a content plan for when he does die.
Of course.
Like he's going to drop a video of him from beyond the grave being like, so looks like I died. Sorry about that. This is going to be my last video. And he's like, that video is going to do so many numbers. It's going to be incredible.
What do you think the general approval rating of Mr. Beast is? Because I feel like it's going down.
Well, here's the issue is that people that I'd say like 100% of people that don't follow Mr. Beast at all actively dislike Mr. Beast.
Okay.
If you have no background knowledge on Mr. Beast and you're like, what do you think about Mr. Beast, the YouTuber? You're like, oh, he's one of those fucking guys.
So
him.
the olds, you're
the
saying.
olds, yeah, the olds hate him.
And then I think among kids, it's probably 100% approve.
Right.
Yeah. I don't like hate him. I'm more bitter. I'm more like, I can't believe this is what is winning over.
It's like the guy who invented the Snuggie.
Sure. Yeah.
You hate that guy?
No, well, a lot of people do.
Why?
Like, why couldn't I have thought of that? That guy's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I could have done that.
Like it with arms.
Like when you say he's salty that his like worst videos do 30 million, I'm like, that's fucking like,
Right.
fuck you.
Right.
Uh-huh. I think it's probably close to 50-50. Because
I think it's higher than that, but I think it's dropping. I think 3 years ago, it was 98.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is just a master of the algorithm.
Yeah.
He might be the algorithm.
Do you think his smile is intentional?
Yes. I think everything he does in his life is very intentional.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he calculates everything.
Is he going to have a glow up, though, at some point?
I could see that. I could see him like getting some work done.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a BBL.
Yeah.
Maybe getting the lips done.
Yeah, lips. He could definitely get the lips done.
Yeah,
because the smile might pop more on the algorithm.
He's gonna try to date like a D'Amelio, go mainstream.
Yeah. Maybe get some like neon teeth.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a
Neon
lot from
teeth.
them
That
recently.
would catch the eye, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Maybe
I haven't heard from the D'Amelios in quite some time.
Yeah, what are they up to?
Coachella.
Yeah, they were at
Coachella, and then Charlie D'Amelio is currently on Broadway.
Doing
Really?
Yeah. And Juliet.
Oh, I'm familiar with that production.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear more about this.
her woke ass doing and Juliet.
Wait, let me think. I know absolutely nothing about this production except the last 15 seconds of this podcast.
Yeah.
So it's called And Juliet.
Yes.
It's on Broadway.
Yes, and
Charlie
Charlie
D'Amelio's in it.
Is one of the stars of the show.
So they removed Romeo from the title.
Yeah.
And it's just And Juliet.
Yeah.
Is this telling the story of Romeo and Juliet from Juliet's perspective and how she was actually a victim in the whole thing and it's like an empowerment thing?
No.
Okay, what is
You're
it?
on the right track.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
close. It's what would happen if Juliet didn't die alongside Romeo,
But it's also
giving her a chance to live independently and pursue her own path.
But then it's also like it's, the music.
That's what it says online.
Yeah, the music is also not like
It's like pop.
original. It's like Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah.
Like it's all like current pop or like modern pop songs instead of like, you know, how like Hamilton has their own songs.
And they're all non-binary.
Yeah, and
Okay.
transgender and
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was a commentary on how Romeo's name always came first and nobody ever thought of Juliet's feel like when he was throwing rocks up at her window.
That could
Like,
be good too.
That's technically destruction of property.
Mm-hmm.
And Juliet is a jukebox musical that reimagines the ending of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, focusing on what happens if Juliet chooses to live her life after Romeo's demise. It's a story of female empowerment and self-discovery told through a playlist of pop anthems by Max Martin. The show also explores themes of gender nonconformity and the importance of breaking free from societal expectations.
Okay.
And is it selling out? Is this like a popular play right now?
yeah. It's not
it
flopping.
was several years ago, yeah.
But
Okay.
I think Charlie. I see a lot of people go to it. My family went to it recently.
This is a prequel to Katy Perry Goes to the Moon.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this is it's weird because at the end she offs herself and it was written by a guy by the name of William Shakespeare, generally regarded to be like one of the best plays of all time.
Ever.
And then this person's like, I don't really like the ending.
Yeah, let me.
But what if it had the songs from Trolls?
Yeah. Oh well. Listen, the Trolls 2 soundtrack.
Trolls had good songs.
Great songs.
What's the Justin Timberlake song?
I got
Nothing
the feeling.
I can see.
Yeah.
But you when you dance, dance, dance.
The best one is Get Back Up Again. Have you heard that one?
I don't think so.
It's Anna Kendrick. I will get back up again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I like that one.
No,
nothing's
I
gonna
don't
go
know
my
that.
way. It's a fucking banger. Fights put me onto it.
Okay,
And that shit goes. It's one of my favorite songs.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
I like Anna
I'm trying to think of like plot points for this Juliet play. Like Juliet takes a plan B so she doesn't have to be pregnant. I don't know. I kind of want to see that play now.
I kind of want to see it also.
Yeah, I think I have to see it.
How old were Romeo
She's
and
on
Juliet?
Hinge.
Yeah, she's on it. She has a dating show live at Barstool Sports.
The dream.
Were they like 15 and 13?
It says
they were really young.
Juliet is explicitly stated to be 13 years old, about to turn 14. Romeo's age is not explicitly mentioned, but he is likely a teenager, possibly between 15 and 16. So they're kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was old back in the day,
Yeah.
though.
I get, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they
it's
were-
400.
We're on the
Romeo
verge
and
of
Juliet is
death.
435 years old. So
Damn.
yeah.
So if you were 14, then were you like 28 now? Is it double, you think?
Oh, I think
it's
even
triple.
more.
Really?
Triple?
Not triple, but
Two and a half.
if you were 15 and unmarried, you were 36.
Damn.
And unmarried.
So they were looking at a 15-year-old like, your life sucks.
Yes, like it's over.
You don't have a wife.
Yeah,
no
why don't you get
kids.
some bitches, please?
This old spinster over here, 14 years old, doesn't have a hubby yet, hasn't had kids. What was the life expectancy back then?
I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
So this is 1600s.
But it's tricky because if you made it past probably a year, that had a lot to do with the life
Or
expectancy in general.
1500s probably.
So if you made it past a year, you were probably expected to live until
Yeah,
like
look up
40-something.
median.
Yeah.
Median life expectancy?
Yes, for Shakespearean England. I'm going to guess it is 43 years old.
I'm going to go 35.
Okay.
I'll go 40, even 40.
Thou have
Okay.
no wenches.
In Shakespeare's time, the average life expectancy was around 30 to 35 years old.
Wow.
However, this figure was heavily influenced by high infant mortality and childhood
Right.
deaths, meaning that those who survived to adulthood could potentially live much longer.
So median's probably 43.
It says adult life expectancy was those who made it past childhood could expect to live into their 50s or even 60s.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
How many times do you guys think you would have died by now if you lived in the 1500s?
Thousands.
So many.
Oh,
How many times a year? I think I die 3 times a year.
I think
At
almost
least.
like 300. Like
Yeah.
I would trip into a sword or fucking be a butcher's boy and just get sliced in half by a knight.
Yeah, you have a cough. You wake up with a cough and you're like, oh, this is it for me.
Yeah,
It's
I had
been
a
good
dry
run.
throat yesterday and I was like, I think it's over.
Yeah,
Diarrhea took you out.
diarrhea. I think diarrhea still takes a lot of people out. But yeah, back then, if you chaps, RIP.
Yeah.
I'd have been gone.
I've played this hypothetical, like you go back to that time and you drop them like 12 Popeyes chicken nuggets or something and just see what happens
A war.
and just watch people
A
explode.
war breaks out for a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I definitely would have. I probably would have died on Saturday with the kidney stones.
Oh, yeah. you
Probably by
wouldn't
my-
have-
Oh, yeah.
My own sword, probably.
Yeah.
They're like, get me out of here. Probably. If I didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
like it was bad pain. I would have been like, this is no way to live.
Yeah. How was you passed how many?
I don't think I've passed them yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Stand by.
I'm sorry for you.
No, it's okay.
For
It's
your
nowhere near
kidneys.
as bad as it was Saturday.
Okay.
It just comes and goes in waves now, but I'll be fine. I'm chugging a bunch of water. The other night, I told the story in part of my take yesterday, but I was taking an edible because I was in a lot of pain, and the painkillers they give me are like very, very soft. So took the edible, tried to chill out. They also have me on like the stuff that makes me piss all the time. So I was chugging waters, trying to piss this thing out. I was like, it's coming out tonight. I'm gonna make sure. So I drank as much water as I could, probably 7 or 8 glasses.
Okay.
And then the edibles started to kick in, and I got paranoid. And I was like, oh, fuck. I remember that lady that died because she drank too much water.
Yeah.
You can
the
die.
radio show in Philly.
The radio show.
Yeah.
So I got all paranoid that I was giving myself water poisoning because I had had so much to drink. And then I was like, oh, what is water poisoning? Then I looked it up. And it was like, yeah, your cells don't have enough sodium. There's an imbalance in your system.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get sodium in my system. So I went upstairs. I grabbed a giant bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, and then I just sat on my couch, forcing myself to eat the entire bag to try to regain my natural balance of sodium, so I wouldn't die. And then I woke up in the morning with like the worst stomach ache ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm such a fucking idiot.
Now I have to shit and piss.
Yeah.
I have something to say about Cool Ranch
It's probably going to
Doritos.
give me more kidney stones by eating that entire bag of
There's
Cool
a
Ranch
good
Doritos.
chance you did more damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have something to say about Cool Ranch Doritos.
Tread lightly.
I want to. Do you think they've changed them?
No.
Then I might just I don't know that I love Cool Ranch Doritos anymore.
I want to do lines of that fucking dust on them, dude.
See, I
It's
used
so
to be
good.
that used to be my go-to number one, and now I had some recently, and I was like, these, I don't know that these are good.
This is an all-time dad take too.
Yeah.
Is finding a product that has been around for a while and be like, I think they changed the formula.
Yeah,
They-
it's not the same.
They have to have
When?
in the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, they did change it to Cooler Ranch Doritos for a while, and then I think now
I'm
it's
not
back to
familiar
Cool
with
Ranch.
that.
Yeah.
You ever see this? This is a big reply on TikTok. It's like, you don't miss the old me, you miss the times. You miss who you were when you enjoyed me.
Right.
I think that's what's going on here, Big T.
No, what I do miss, Doritos had the best chip flavor that's ever existed. It was Blazing Buffalo and Ranch Doritos.
It is good.
And they got rid of them. They came back a few years ago for like 6 months, and now they're gone again.
That was a good flavor. I like the Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch. Have you had those?
No, that's an interesting combined.
Yeah, combined.
I don't know that's
Sounds so good.
I don't know that's it, Chief.
Are you not a spicy guy?
No, I am, but like on its own, not mixed with something else.
I also love how like your own self-medicating for you is like eating Cool Ranch Doritos. Like
I gotta take my medicine.
I didn't think we were on like the same time, but like when I'm sick, I'm like, I need a fucking ice cream sandwich right now. But,
Yeah, is that your go-to?
oh yeah, I got like, I have nothing in my fridge or freezer. I have like not a mini fridge, but like a half man fridge.
Yeah.
And it only fits ice cream sandwiches.
That rocks.
What's your go-to brand?
I don't have a go-to brand. I just like the regular like black cookie,
Right.
dark cookie with the vanilla ice cream.
Every now and again, I mix it up with the Neapolitan, with the
Okay.
strawberry and the chocolate. But
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Well, I said every now. You think that's nuts?
Yeah, strawberry with like the chocolate wafer and then strawberry ice cream.
It's strawberry, vanilla,
Right.
and chocolate ice cream.
Right? Yeah. No.
Big T likes his ice cream white.
You got to stick. Well, pick one, but not strawberry.
Yeah, separate but equal is what you're saying.
No. No.
You can have a strawberry
No.
one over here. You can have a
No.
chocolate one over here.
No.
And never the twine
No.
shall
You
meet.
know what? No. I'm going back to Mook. White only.
White only ice cream.
No, it is true though. When I'm sick, my medicine is I get a bottle of Body Armor,
Yep.
and then I get Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah.
And
fuck
then
yeah.
I'm gonna have to start mixing in some of the ice cream sandwiches because that's a winner too.
I love going back to the Go Puff orders where you're like, I'm down bad right now. Like let's just I don't care what the price is. Let's fire up some NyQuil, some DayQuil, the Body Armor, of course, a bag of chips of your preference, and just like 35 different like chocolates and gummies, and I'm gonna feel better.
Yeah, this is gonna make me all set.
Yeah.
Big T. Also, we've got the jersey retirement
Yeah.
that we have to talk about.
Yeah.
So you're
earned,
fired
not
up about
given.
this. Yeah. So it was Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter got their jerseys retired by the University of Colorado.
This Saturday. Yep. Spring game.
What do you think about that?
I think Travis Hunter, probably deserves to have his jersey retired. I think he deserves to have it done not at a spring game immediately upon his departure from school. Shedeur Sanders, though, I'm not sold.
Why not?
He went 13-12.
Mhm.
He did set a couple school records. And actually, I didn't know this till the other day. He's the NCAA's all-time completion percentage leader.
No, I didn't know that.
Now some would argue that that's a lot of, check downs and things like that, but he has the record. But like Cordell Stewart's number isn't retired at Colorado. I don't know, man. It seems questionable to me.
I just feel bad for Shiloh.
Yeah.
He doesn't get his number retired.
I mean, if Shedeur's getting his number, and I think Shedeur's a good player. I think he'd be a very good NFL player, but to have your jersey retired should be a very high bar to clear.
Yeah.
I don't think the stats are there, but what about the culture? The culture change.
I guess we'll see if they go on and win. Yeah. I mean,
what about this? What about
icon,
this, Big T?
cultural icon. Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah. I have no response to that.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about this picture that they used is the jerseys they're wearing. Did you know that they don't have captains?
Yeah. It's like
Leaders and dogs.
Leaders and dogs. Yeah. So
I love that.
Shador was a leader, and Travis
was a dog.
Was a dog.
Was a dog. LD.
Do you think that they retire Shiloh's or Shador's number if Dion had gone to the NFL this year?
What do you think?
I think so. I think I
do?
don't think it's had any. I think Dion probably recused himself.
Okay, yeah.
From this
If that's
discussion.
the case, then more power to. I mean, I don't listen. If Colorado wants to retire their number, great, go for it. But also, don't do it during a spring game. Like that makes the whole thing feel even more.
You think they do it
rinky-dink.
like for a home conference game?
I mean, yes. If you're retiring someone's number, that should be a massive deal. Like that should be at your biggest game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be Colorado State. I don't even know who they play anymore.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Big T, do you have any update on Nico?
He entered the portal today with a do not contact tag.
What does that mean?
It means you're telling schools not to talk to you because you already know where you're going. Which seems to indicate that he's trying to work something out with UCLA. But if UCLA drops off, things look bleak for him.
Would this be one of the all-time bag fumbles?
I think it's a bag fumble of cataclysmic proportions.
So he's asking for $4 million. He was getting $2 million.
Closer to 2.5.
And now he's going to end up somewhere in the, six figure? Do you think he's going to get $1 million?
Yes. I think he's not going to get what he was making at UT, but I think UCLA is going to give him a decent amount of money, though they kind of have him bent over a barrel right now. And I wish they would show Nico and his dad what actual negotiating leverage looks like. Because if he doesn't go to UCLA, Fresno State, is he learning Maction? Nico in Maction would be. I would watch every single Ohio or Miami, Ohio, wherever he goes. I'd watch every single game on Tuesday nights, just rooting fervently for the other team.
Fervently.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
It'd be awesome.
Can I take Nico out of the I don't want him at Miami?
Wow.
That's big.
Wow.
Thank you.
Not even for free?
Maybe for free.
The Nico thing pisses me off, and I get this is going to be my boomer take of the pod, but like in college, like having $100 in my bank account was like I'm rich.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I understand economics. I get you find what you're worth, but you're not happy with $2.5 million to play at Tennessee. Like
well, it is partly that, but also he's clearly not worth what he thought he was.
Yeah,
he wasn't worth what he was getting.
Yeah,
I think his dad is like, we could do better.
Yeah,
Nico,
he still thinks they're going to do better.
Nico is kind of a kidfluencer.
he's sort of
A little bit.
He's related to DJ Uyunglele.
Is he really?
They're in the similar circle. I believe he's cousins with DJ. DJ's dad was heavily involved in DJ's recruiting.
Huh.
So I think it's like an Island Boy family agency type of situation.
So if you're growing up as a father of a quarterback like that, you grew up in an era where it was like super exploitative towards the students,
Yes.
where they weren't making any money. So you have that mentality of like, they're going to fuck you over, so I'm going to fuck them over before they have a chance to. And in this case, and probably in DJ's case too, you don't always make the best long-term choice for him when that's the mentality going into it.
Yeah, I was a big Uyunglele guy.
I mean, how could you not be?
His
Dad was like very intimidating. If you saw him in the stands, you'd be like, I have no choice but to root for that guy.
Yeah, he's like 400 pounds.
He'll kick my ass.
He kicked my fucking ass. His sons are Marines.
Yeah.
This is a Trump RBG moment. I did not know this. You're telling me for the first time.
And I believe it's
Yeah, I looked it up. It's
factual.
their cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I used to be a big college football recruiting guy. I was on 247 Sports.
Really?
Yes.
You were a recruiting guy. What happened?
I got into younger kid influencers.
Got it.
I went down the FaZe Clan rabbit hole.
It's a gateway.
It's a gateway.
Is Penn State your college
No,
football
no,
team?
no. I hate Penn State.
Oh,
on record hating Penn State.
Who's your college football team?
I went to Penn State Altoona for a year, got kicked out. Fuck Penn State. Joe Pa didn't just know. Joe Pa did it. And then I went to Temple. And I went to Temple right after they peaked and like almost beat Notre Dame. I don't know if you guys remember. It was like PJ Walker, Matt Rule, and then right after that they just fell off a cliff because Matt Rule left, and I disavow Temple College sports right now, so I'm a free agent.
Okay.
Right now I'm into the Georgia Bulldogs. Sorry
why?
about that. Eagles.
That's right.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now I'm into Georgia. We'll see.
So if the Eagles just started drafting Tennessee guys, you'd be into Tennessee.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had Derek Barnett for a little while.
He was pretty good, but he's not Jalen Carter.
He was fine. I thought he would be better.
Same. He was supposed to be like our Reggie White.
Yeah.
That was
Reggie White, all-timer.
All-timer. UT, but my college free agents, I'm just up in the air.
Okay.
You know who I want in the draft? I want Malachi Starks.
Malachi Starks.
Yeah, the safety from Georgia.
He's from Georgia. He's a good ball player.
Again, I transitioned from college recruiting to high school recruiting, so.
Gotcha. You're getting deeper in the weeds.
Yeah.
Before we get more into the Kidfluencer stuff, Big T, there's one other thing that did not come across your desk if you have the name Elon Musk muted.
Yep.
There's a big article today in the Wall Street Journal about Elon and how he's trying to repopulate the earth.
Okay.
And it talked about some of the tactics that he uses to slide into the DMs of women online that he would like to hang out with.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. So it talked about how he started following Ashley St. Clair in 2023, and then he invited her to San Francisco. And then after they had their first night, he said, I want you to pick a name for our unborn child. I don't think that she named it. I think he ended up naming it. But he at least made the offer. Like, hey, you're allowed to name this baby that you're growing right now. And while she was pregnant, Musk said that she should get other women involved so that they could have more children. He said, to reach the level of the pre-apocalypse legion, we will need to use surrogate mothers. He wrote to her in a direct message as seen by the Wall Street Journal. He said, civilization will collapse if people don't start having more children. I think most countries should look at birth rate as the single biggest problem. If you don't create new people, there is no humanity, and all the politics in the world don't matter. And he started following this one girl, what's her name? Tiffany Fong, I believe. And he slid into her DMs as well. And he was like, I noticed that you're a prominent crypto influencer. I would like to offer to have a baby with you. So he made the offer, which is very, very kind of him.
He's sending formal offers at this point.
He offered to have a baby with her, yes. And then she refused. And then he unfollowed her. And then all of her views plummeted on everything because like the algorithm, I think Elon wrote it in so that if he follows you, then everybody sees more of your posts.
Tweets, yeah.
But since she declined his offer to get her pregnant
formally,
he unfollows her, and then her views plummet, and then I think she like tried to take legal action against him for unfollowing her.
Oh my god!
Now her business is underwater.
Yeah, the business is underwater because she wouldn't have a kid.
Oh my god! I'm gonna try this right now. I'm gonna DM this girl on Hinge that I've been talking to. I would like to have a baby with you.
Yeah, if you don't, I'm gonna block you.
I will kill myself.
So he took the paternity test for Ashley St. Clair because he was denying that it was his kid, but they confirmed that it was. And then he reduced her monthly support from $100,000 to $40,000 a month, and then to $20,000 a month. Damn. So she's only getting $20,000 a month to take around his kid. So yeah, this is fun. This is normal stuff.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Let's repopulate the earth. Let's make myself a god on Mars.
He's committed to the bit.
He is. Very much. No, he lives every part of the bit.
Is it a bit, or does he think he's playing like real life Sims? Like it's like all like cutaway action scenes. Like I want to impregnate this woman. Say yes if you're down.
Yeah, and then that becomes a stat that he has.
Yeah, it's
like
a number.
17
in his head.
Children. I've reached a new high right now.
And then he does statistics. He's like, well, okay, now I'm like 14 kids out of 100 offers. Like I just got to keep going.
Yeah. It's all a numbers game for him.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I mean, you hear the term "fuck you" money a lot. He has enough money that
fuck me money. That's what he's got.
Right.
Yeah.
He has enough money that he can just do the craziest, weirdest shit you've ever heard of, and then even if it becomes public, like no, it doesn't matter. He can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
The fact that like this headline isn't like taking him, like, you know what I mean? He's just brushing shit off. Mm-hmm. All this weird shit doesn't matter.
It's like, yeah, so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
I want to repopulate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm trying to save the world.
I'm trying to do a service. Let me fuck you.
The only way, listen, you don't understand. The only way that we can save the planet is if we fuck.
We have to save the world together.
Yeah. It's a good strategy, I guess, if it works.
I'm going to give that a whirl.
Dude, having earth-saving sex must be mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that bust.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could bust. That's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
That's a ton of pressure.
Yeah, if I can't get it up, then we're all going to die.
I'd need to pop like 8 Romans.
He definitely, he has a doctor that he goes to. He's like, I have to have this prescription because if I don't, then everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though. Does he really believe that? Is he...
I think he does.
Well, but if he really believes it, do you think he's having sex with women of varying attractiveness levels?
No.
Right. So then does he actually believe it?
Well, here's the gymnastics he can pull at that point. It's like we have to create attractive offspring.
Okay.
So that then they can have sex. If I create unattractive offspring, then I might as well not have kids at all because they won't have kids.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, with Jeff Bezos, I don't think that Jeff Bezos believes in it the way that Elon believes. I think Jeff Bezos sees Elon and he's like, I got to keep up with Elon. Elon's doing all this stuff, so I gotta do jujitsu. I got to get on TRT. Yeah. I got to start banging some strange. I got to go to Mars.
I think the workaround to all of this is just take Nicky Smokes and drop him at a college campus with no condoms.
There you go.
And just
repopulate
the world.
Yeah, there should be a branch of the military that's just all horny people.
The SEAL fuck Team 6.
Yeah.
What percentage pay cut do you think he would take?
Oh, that was big. That was a big Clowntonio Brown moment right there. SEAL Team Sex was right there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
SEAL Team Sex.
Yeah.
All right, let's rewind that.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's start a branch in the military. We'll call it to repopulate the world. We'll call it SEAL Team Sex.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Nice.
That's
good one.
That had a good pop on it. Right
Nailed it. What were you saying, Big T?
I said, what percentage pay cut would Nicky Smokes take to have that be his job? I mean, it almost already is, but for his formal.
Or saying to get fired?
Like he has to take this job. He has to go fuck.
Yeah, he has to go. He just moves back to Gainesville, Florida.
I'd say 50%.
Oh, it's way more than
I
that.
think he'd do it for free, my friend.
It also depends on what the child support ramifications are going to be.
Right.
I think if Barstool paid child support, he would do it
I think
for
he'd
free.
do it for $15,000 a year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like enough to have the shittiest apartment in Central Florida. And just
barracks.
Yeah.
He would have to get stipend for bags.
Sure.
They have to provide him bags.
Sure.
That's got to be in the contract written somewhere. Yeah, I think he would do it. I think he'd fully do it. 15, 20 grand a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fuck. I really like SEAL Team Sex though. Who would be our best? Who would we send out to repopulate? Like we could drop Nick Turaney in Japan.
Yep.
We could drop. I don't know.
Pete Davidson anywhere.
Davidson.
Are you talking about just at Barstool?
He'd be well, it could be anywhere. Yeah, Pete Davidson. He's definitely a top fucker.
Yeah, Mincy. Just put Mincy. Grow the game.
He's going to Omaha.
Yeah. We'll get back to macrodosing in a second. It's brought to you by Stella Blue. At Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables. Our delicious roasts are available in cold brew, K-Cups, ground, and whole bean formats. They seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. And the best part is each purchase helps save homeless pets. Now you can also fuel your mornings with Battle Bar's new dark chocolate espresso protein bars, crispy, delicious energy bars infused with real Stella Blue coffee. Each bar packs 17 grams of protein, 100 milligrams of natural caffeine, 0 fake sugars. They keep you powered up and dialed in. Every bite is battle tested and Big Cat approved. I had one for breakfast yesterday morning. Actually delicious. Very, very tasty. I don't know how they get it tasting so good. The taste is wonderful. The consistency is perfect. You can shop today at stellabluecoffee.com or battlebars.com while supplies last. Anything else you want to get to or any other? We had some more Kidfluencer stuff that I want to talk about real quick.
I bet you do.
So
Don't say it like that.
Piper, by the way, are we exempting the Rizzler and AJ and Big Justice from this entire conversation?
Well, yeah,
Of
because
course.
they're clearly, first of all, they've dominated American culture for over a year. Secondly, their handlers
I like
clearly...
that you say for over a year. Like that's our attention span right now. That might as well be.
I mean,
they might as well be Elvis.
In this day and age.
Yeah.
Their handlers clearly have their best interest at heart.
Handlers.
Yeah,
Do you mean parents?
Well, Big Justice has parents. The Rizzler just kind of exists.
No, he has a
his
father.
father. His dad.
He has a father.
Yeah.
What is the Rizzler's dad up to? Like,
This.
does any part of it bother him that it's like the entire world thinks that my son belongs to somebody else?
I think the paycheck is fine.
Do you remember the OG Rizzler videos where his dad would like taunt buying toys in front of him?
And he was like 4.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
his dad would be like, "Oh, you want this toy today? You're not gonna get it, you little bitch." Like, it was fucked
I've
up.
seen the old Wolverine video. That's a classic.
That's
That's
a
a classic.
That makes me, yeah.
The only thing I think this might have been Brandon's take one time. Like, are they purposely not feeding him vegetables?
Brandon just hates. Brandon hates joy, and he hates the joy
true.
that the Rizzler gives
It's
to
true.
America and the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Also, in Brandon's mind, like macaroni and cheese is a vegetable.
True.
Fried okra.
Yeah, side dishes, mashed potatoes.
Brendan's just mad.
Where's the gravy? You want me to die of scurvy?
He's just mad he's not insanely famous for being fat himself. That's,
He's jealous of the Rizzler.
he's jealous.
I worked on this body for 50 years and I haven't seen Boo.
I should have just let myself go.
I cursed my dad for making me have that one carrot.
They have been a little too quiet recently, though. I'm worried.
They're planning something.
Yeah, it's either something massive is coming or they've fallen off.
So we're in that kid influencer era where it's like, what happens when you do fall off? Like that is the scary part in my head. Like if AJ or Big Justice don't keep this up, they're 30 years old. The well has run dry. Are you just working in sales now? Like, or are you trying to find younger you?
I like to think that they're getting good financial advice.
I would hope so.
They're connected with so many, like they're mainstream now.
Yeah.
So they have talent agencies and probably access to
401k.
Yeah, good accountants and things like that.
Yeah.
So I like to imagine that they're saving some of that money. But yeah, I mean, if you lose your online clout at some point, you're not gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Like if you're 30 years old and you have no following and everyone just roasts you.
Yeah. They just walk up to you and they go, boom.
Yeah. Can you say boom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
He will come out with another song in like 15 years, and it's gonna like bringing the boom back,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
and that's gonna hit, and then he'll fall off after that.
Yeah, the series that's on Netflix right now is called Bad Influence: The Dark Side of Kidfluencing.
Mm-hmm.
The one term that makes me want to puke is momager.
Oh.
For your mom manager. So I watched the trailer for this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch other videos about this. I'm gonna read about it, but I can't sit through an entire series on the kidfluencing sphere.
Well, I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be like the sphere, like the whole thing. It was
Yeah.
just about this one family, and the mom's just one of the worst to ever do it.
Insane.
Yeah, she's actually nuts. It's about Piper Raquel,
Okay.
and her mom came up with this whole thing called, is it Piper's Crew or Piper's
The squad.
Piper's Squad? Yeah, I'm sorry, Piper's Squad. That started to involve like Piper's cousins and then random actors that she would pull in. She has hired dudes to play Piper's dad and done videos with. I guess her dad is not in the picture, but she'll
Okay.
pay an actor to come out and like play her dad and be like, "I want you to have this conversation with this guy who's pretending to be your dad," and be like, "Are you going to come out to see any of my tours? Like, you don't hang out with me?" And then her dad's like, "Yeah, like I guess like it's good that you're doing this stuff. I'm happy for you, but no, I'm not going to like support you."
That is.
And then she
fucked
pretends
up.
to cry and shit.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
They're cosplaying like family now. Like
Yes.
that's disgusting.
And they've had like actors come out to pretend to be her boyfriend or somebody that she has a crush on.
I hate that.
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks. And there was this one video that her mom got in a little bit of trouble for. She had like a 17-year-old boy come over to the house, and I think Piper was 14 at the time. They were making some video, and then her mom started to try to make out with a 17-year-old boy. And was she drunk at the time?
Yeah, I think they were all drinking. Like, she gave them alcohol, the kids.
Oh no.
She's a cool mom.
Yeah.
She's not like other moms.
Yeah. So I think she was a beauty pageant mom for a while, right?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's like I'm not getting enough attention So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make my own channel and my own reality show out of this.
Yeah. I can't do that whole like I'll watch fucking Baby Gronk and hate but once you get like that paid actors involved and the mom is setting up scenes
Yeah.
for the kid to rehearse.
I do it ethically when I watch Baby Gronk content, meaning I watch it from people that have like screen recorded it on their phone.
Yeah, secondhand.
And then those people have posted it onto Twitter and then roasted what's happening with Baby Gronk.
I watch Baby Gronk exclusively through the SEC burnerverse.
Yeah.
Now, Baby Gronk is an example where the Kidfluencing has gone too far.
His dad should be in prison.
It's giving like Nico's dad.
Yeah,
now.
Ugh. Not dissimilar.
Mm-hmm. He's so nasty.
He lives a sad life.
Yeah. But is he going to be is he making money? Are you happy?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either.
There's definitely some real shady startup companies that have like paid him to endorse stuff.
Maybe.
Can I say something?
No.
Is it worse if he's not getting paid? Like
Yes.
Baby Gronk specifically?
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yes.
they're clearly trying very hard.
But it's in terms of just like the exploitation, like, and this is gonna sound so weird, but like, at least these kids are hopefully getting getting money put in an escrow or something. If Baby Gronk is just like laid between two like women in thong bikinis, and that's just his life, and that's how he grows up, and then he also doesn't get any financial.
I think that is what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, again, not
he
that
will
the
not be
money
well.
makes it okay. Obviously, it doesn't. But like, to do all of this and then, like, genuinely, what is the benefit there?
You said Nico's dad. Nico has a brother named Madden. Baby Gronk's name is Madden.
Yep.
Both of the dads named their kid Madden.
Interesting.
And actually, I'm not going to say that.
What?
Never mind. I know somebody else who named their kid Madden.
Mm.
I just don't know if that's public or not. So I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
So if you have 1 million followers, how many does Baby Gronk have?
On Instagram or Twitter?
What do you think he's...
Twitter, he's low.
Instagram.
Instagram?
yeah.
Let's see. He has 690,000.
Okay, so he's probably pulling in, if he was selling sponsored posts, about 15 grand. Because it says if you have 1 million
Each?
followers, you can, per post. So if you have 1 million followers, according to Goldman Sachs, then you can earn upwards of 20,000.
Wait, he has
He's-
a video
I was
with
just
Piper.
I just
I
opened it.
just opened it too. He's posted up with Piper Raquel.
Is he really?
Yes.
Like last week.
And
Oh
he's
my
2
God.
weeks ago.
He put a gigantic fake diamond chain around her neck that says "I heart baddies," and it says "Diamonds are forever."
How old are they right now?
So Baby Gronk, I remember, I think they said when he was doing the like football thing.
This says 5th grade.
Yeah, I think they said he was the class of 2030. So like
So he's like a...
So he's
So
like
he's like-
8th grade now.
like 5th or like 6th or 7th grade. Piper Raquel is 17.
This is so weird.
Also, I
That's
think
wild.
from what I'm seeing on her Instagram, she's teasing starting an OnlyFans
Oh,
for
no.
when she turns 18.
No, that illegal.
That's just like the
Is she-
content that is being posted is like she is in like micro mini jean shorts.
Is she teasing it or is her mom teasing?
I mean, it's her
Right.
page.
She has 6.2 million followers.
Like
on
I was saying earlier,
Instagram.
who is this woman or girl? 6.2 million followers.
She has
Yeah,
another
I've-
video posted with Baby Gronk.
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Piper Raquel until right now.
Same.
It's insane. That is what is happening there is, get a bag. Like, I'm all for people getting paid if you want to get paid, but I don't know ethically
It's not.
getting paid like that because it's all the parents, right? The parents are
Yeah.
pushing
Yes.
these kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, no 10-year-old is like, I want to make YouTube videos. And
I
Yeah.
think it's probably fun for them to a certain point, but then once the like
It's so sexualized.
directing,
Yeah,
and,
that's-
like
Once
filming.
it's sexualized, that's what I'm like. Delete this off the face of the planet. Nuke whatever town they live in, fucking blow it up.
So the mom of Piper.
I want to just assume that it's all Florida.
I
feel
right.
like this is big
do we
time
know?
Florida,
Do we know
right?
where they live?
Florida or Utah?
It's not Utah.
Not
Baby
Utah.
Mormon.
But the mom. So there was a guy that was like stalking
Georgia.
this girl.
That's close.
Where in Georgia?
Just says Georgia.
Wait, Piper Raquel, it says she lives in L.A.
Oh,
Well, they probably had to
like
move out
where they
there.
were
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
And there was a guy who was like stalking her, and the mom sent him pictures of her in exchange for like expensive gifts. Like she should be in prison.
Yeah.
So I want to take back something I said a second ago, which is that no 10-year-old wants to be a YouTube star. That's probably not true.
No, I think a lot of
I
them
think
would love it.
But I think this isn't YouTube. Like, this isn't like, what's that one kid that unboxes all the toys and makes like millions of dollars? Whatever that is.
Oh, he was in the documentary.
I love how you say that.
I
But-
know. I see my.
I know who you're talking about, Mad
But
Dog.
okay, whoever that kid is, that's, I think, a different level and different type versus like these children. Like Baby Gronk getting.
Ryan's World.
Yes. Like
There's
Baby
a difference
Gronk.
between Baby Gronk and like the Maryland Foodie Boys.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally.
Who are like,
totally.
love of the game. We want to make a
Yes.
fucking podcast.
It's just like
Yeah.
Maryland Foodie Boys, again, do like, obviously it's not meant for someone like my age or whatever, but like Maryland Foodie Boys, you can almost be like, that's what like me and my friends would have done at 12 if we had a video camera and we were just talking about how much we loved a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Like there's a level of innocence to it versus this is a level of
You care about the stuff that you're saying as opposed to this, which is just like you're going to do this because people will watch it.
Let me hire an actor
for
to play your deadbeat dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
exactly.
funny. And then it's, like,
or like to play your boyfriend.
Right. And
that
then
you
it's
have
also
to kiss on camera.
weird because she like Piper Raquel has like a tour. Like she goes on tour.
Do people go?
I'm assuming.
What does she
yes.
do?
That's like, I think it's like she has a story highlight of it on her Instagram, and it's like these theaters or like, you know, venues that are just, she's on stage and I could not begin to guess what they're doing. But
Were you guys talking about Ryan's World?
yes.
The
Yeah.
unboxing guy.
Yes.
So he earns $30 million a year
Wow.
on YouTube.
Holy fuck.
Just on
It's
YouTube.
got 39 million subscribers. And he got his own feature film in 2024, Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure. That's a great name.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah, it's sick.
It premiered at the Cleveland International Film Festival, Mad Dog,
Shout out.
and it got released in theaters on August 6th, 2024. It grossed $624,000, but it cost $10 million to make.
Oh my gosh.
Guess the rating on IMDb for Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure.
Did they smoke? I'm guessing they smoked the fuck out of him. 2.8.
Big T.
It's out of 10?
Out of 10.
No, I think it's going to be good.
You think it's gonna be?
6.4.
Mad Dog McKenzie.
1.9.
I'll say 5.4.
Mad Dog was very close. It's 1.8.
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn.
Damn.
Did a kid like that?
All right, so let me see what the plot of this movie is. Okay. Plot. Ryan performs a magic trick with fellow YouTuber Dan Rhodes in a live stream, which is interrupted when Ryan finds out that his sisters, Emma and Kate, stole goo needed for the trick. Where's my goo? After confronting his sisters for vandalizing his items, Ryan and his friend Aiden head to Dabjib Comics. Is that something backwards? Big Bad. It's Big Bad backwards. Where after completing a favor for Clark, the store's owner, they are both given access to a secret room in the store where Ryan finds a comic book plagiarizing his work. He steals the comic and returns home when he sees that Emma and Kate have vandalized another one of his toys. Emma and Kate then notice the comic book starting to come to life, and upon opening the book, they are told by a unicorn, who is actually one of the book's villains, Dark Titan in disguise, to enter the book so that they can impress Ryan. When Ryan returns to apologize to his sisters, he finds out that they've entered the comic book, and he enters the comic book world on his own to save his sisters, leaving Aiden behind to prevent Ryan's father from realizing that his children have disappeared. So that's kind of the plot line right
Stick
there.
to toys, bitch. Fuck all that.
Yeah, you open up boxes. Pick up the scissors again, Ryan.
Yeah, pick up the scissors and get fucking opening.
Yeah, come on.
What happened to, Charlie bit my finger?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking. I'm looking for organic. You don't need a fucking movie when you're 10 years old.
I agree.
Keep it simple. And look, this is gonna come off weird, and you guys know what I'm saying. I like my kid influencers raw. Okay, I want them making content without production value.
Yeah.
There's a guy, Kyle Martin, I like a lot. He's like a high schooler in New York that goes. He's the guy that asked Jake Paul his body count at the Paul Tyson fight.
Okay.
Just a funny kid doing man on the street, skateboarding, making content. And there was one more that I actually liked. There's a kid, Nelson Newman.
Okay, what does he do?
He plays Rod Wave Elite OT basketball. He's just like this little, like, probably 5'2" foot kid that balls in like the AAU circuit, and he's funny to watch.
How many kids would you say you're following these days?
I rotate. I keep it under 10, so I don't set off any alarms. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I rotate kids in and out.
You keep the age under 10 or under
no,
10
not the
children?
age. No, just the amount.
Got it.
Do you feel guilty at all when you unfollow one of them?
No, it's a cold world.
Yeah.
Get out there. Earn a new follower. And look, I don't actively seek them out. Just my algorithm is built for a high schooler. I'm watching high school. I'm watching like prankers that go into Home Goods and scream. You guys seen those Scream videos?
Uh-huh.
Heston James. That's my shit.
Okay.
Like, I don't
It's
know
like Jackass
any of
for high
this.
school.
It's like Jackass for high schoolers.
Yeah, which, I mean, you could argue that's the most pure form of Jackass.
100%.
The best things that they do on that show is like, yeah, I would definitely do that if I was 13.
And I probably did do it. I just didn't record it. We didn't have TikTok to upload it to.
Yeah.
Do kids even watch like shows and movies anymore?
No.
They just watch this.
I've talked to little Sass about this. He has younger siblings, and he tried to like watch a movie with his younger siblings, and they don't do movies.
I can only imagine. They're longer than 8 minutes.
2 hours might as well be might as well be 10 years. Like you said, with the Rizzler and Big Justice are on a 1 year run. Like that's pretty much a decade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, according to a study by Precise TV, kids aged 2 to 12, 85% of them watch YouTube. Less than half, 41%, watch broadcast TV live or recorded.
Yep.
So it's not just movies, just
That's shockingly high.
TV shows. Live TV.
Yeah.
Like they're not watching sports. Are sports in trouble?
Until they're
Sports might be in trouble.
We got to figure out how to make like. I mean, cricket did this. The old school purists would say that cricket is sold out recently.
Oh.
Because they figured out a way to make like the 3-day test matches to shorten them to being like 3 hours long.
Damn.
And the diehard cricket fans are like, society is fucked because we can't sit down and watch a 3-day cricket match anymore.
I mean, baseball's been doing that.
Yeah, our attention span is reduced to just like a 3-hour cricket match. But yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to make like basketball. It's just gonna be like you get one possession, and if you cross the other guy up, it doesn't matter if you make the shot. If you cross him up and embarrass him, and then people run on the court swinging towels above their heads, then you win.
Yep.
I mean, like, I think
over.
we've done more of that than you even realize. Like the NBA in-season tournament, like that's nonsense.
Yeah.
Baseball, I actually kind of like the stuff baseball's done now, but I wasn't a proponent of it to begin with. The pitch clock and all that. Football, I guess, hasn't done a ton.
7-on-7.
7-on-7 with the little helmets, no offensive line, just all skill positions.
Yeah.
Like that could easily be the future of the NFL in 100 years. 50 to 100 years. Baseball might just become a home run derby.
I agree, Big T. I'm out. Once you get the big guys out of football, why are we watching?
Yeah. What are we going to do with the big guys? What are the big guys going to do?
Big guys won't have jobs anymore.
Yeah.
It's not even just that. You can't run the ball. Run the fucking football.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah, kids aren't going to know about smash mouth football anymore.
Pad level.
You know who was a 7-on-7 god? Nico.
Yeah.
That guy looks great in 7-on-7 wearing his fucking pajama pants. Then you put him out there on a football field with a helmet on, runs around like a chicken with his head cut off.
We got to do something about this. This is what I'm concerned about now. Is the future of sports in America.
The extinction of offensive linemen.
Yeah, it's
maybe
and fullbacks.
Well, fullbacks, it's like, when you look at Darwin and his finches, they all have different beaks that they had that he studied. And so if there was a small change, then the birds that had the shorter beaks, they were going to be the first ones to go extinct.
Okay.
But it was like a warning sign that maybe some of the other ones with the shorter beaks later were also going to be in trouble. fullbacks have been going extinct for the last 30 years, 25 years.
Pretty much.
To now we're at the point where only a few college programs use them, only a few NFL programs use them. That's a warning sign that okay, fullbacks are dying. We got to keep an eye out for the offensive linemen now.
Yeah, well, even what we're seeing it happen right now with tight ends. Tight ends are just becoming guys that can play power forward in the NBA, or just freak receivers. Exactly.
This is sad.
So tell me what you think about this. This does put us in a precarious position because it kind of makes us handlers. But I think we need to...
I'm a fanager.
Okay.
I prefer that term.
I think we need to implement a Kidfluencer, maybe. What'd you say the Cenat group is called?
The G League House, the AMP.
AMP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we need to make an AMP of kids that love football. And they're so there's this thing. If you go outside and you got this ball and you can play and you can just hit each other, and then we teach the kids so they're watching YouTube and they're like, maybe we should go outside and play this fucking football thing. That looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that's how we keep the game alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also kind of talking about just college football. Let's recruit
No. These are
16, 17
much
kids,
younger children.
Make them live in the same place together, and then we'll go outside and practice football.
Sure, but this is an exclusive for YouTube thing.
Got it.
And it's 10-year-olds.
Okay. It's NFL. Oh, what about this?
Let's go.
It's influence, and then the NFL influence is capitalized.
Oh, you're cooking.
No other letters are.
Right.
Cooking.
Right.
I mean, that's going to be a marketing slogan for the NFL within 10 years.
Yeah.
Influence. And then NFL.
And it's just going to be short form content of kids doing Oklahoma drills.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And being like, isn't this sick?
Yes.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
We have to save football.
I like that. We can save football.
We could be the Elon Musk of football. We can colonize football. We should work on that.
Do they even let you do Oklahoma drills anymore?
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't think that there was a big point to doing Oklahoma drills. Just besides that, it made you tougher.
Right. We did board drills. You know what that is?
What's board drill?
You line up about the width of this scarf, a board that's a yard long, one guy on each side, and then you just ram into each other.
Oh, from the board. Okay.
Yeah.
And we would do that for 45 minutes.
Is that were you both laying down at the start of it?
No, it's just you're in a 3-point stance and you just hit.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
We got in high school, we got killed in a spring scrimmage one time by a team that was not as good as us. And after the scrimmage, we did board drills for an hour at 10 o'clock.
I'm going to toughen you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or the other, son.
Yeah.
We did that one time after a rugby game. We also lost this one. We struggled making tackles from behind in that game, and it might have had something to do with the fact that the other team was much bigger, stronger, and faster than us, so we couldn't catch up to them and tackle them after they were already getting away. But our coach thought we lacked the proper form on tackling somebody as they're pulling away from you. So we went out to practice the next time, and he made us just line up, and the guy in the front got the ball. And then he got to take 2 steps, but he couldn't run full speed.
Yeah.
So he had to run half speed, and then the guy behind him had to sprint up behind him and tackle him to work on our form from behind.
Sure.
The first 3 guys got injured doing this drill because it's not a drill. No coach would ever be yeah, okay, just jog lightly and then get the shit kicked out of you from behind.
Yeah.
As they tackle you around your legs. So yeah, we lost a lot of good men in the first 5 minutes of that practice.
But
Never
see,
did that again.
what we need to do is get that on film, make it vertical, throw some captions on it with some TikTok sounds, the gun noise that they always put in videos or whatever, and get that in the algorithm for the young kids.
Yeah, the injury drill. People would watch that.
100%.
If you were guaranteed that everybody was going to have a leg injury, 10 in a row.
Yeah. That's what Tate's been floating that around for Barstool After Dark now.
Yeah, just tear as many ACLs as you can.
The ACL, yeah, Barstool presents the ACL.
It's shocking. I guess Reegs tore his Achilles. Doing what?
Basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball
Yeah.
here.
Right. Okay. So was it pickup or was it?
It was the Barstool Summer Games, which I actually took the gold in. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because I was going to say,
Mackenzie, teammate.
It's shocking we haven't lost an ACL in Friday pickup yet.
It's amazing.
In 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
It'll happen. I think Achilles might be. I mean, we might get a full. I think he had a partial tear. That's the one I've been thinking is going to happen. It's because you get a bunch of people that are in their 30s, maybe in some cases 40s playing pickup.
Well, the day I thought it was going to happen was when we had the hibachi out on the court. and that was a Friday. And we went out there to play afterwards, and the floor was like a slip and slide.
There was soy sauce
Oh,
everywhere.
dude, it was. We spent 30 minutes cleaning it, and it was still rough. And I was like, "This is bad. This is not going to end well."
So there are laws that are starting to pop up about kidfluencing. So some states and some countries are looking at this and saying we need to legislate it a little bit.
A little bit.
So in France, they call it kidfluencers. It's a gray area. So the kid isn't officially a worker, but they spend their time making videos that make money. They get income from them. So only part of the child's influencer's income will be paid to the parents, while the balance will be placed in a special savings account that the child gets when they reach adulthood or legal emancipation. It explicitly allows minors to assert their right to be forgotten. So video platforms will be required to remove the child's videos upon their direct request, even without the parents' consent.
Okay.
I like that. That seems reasonable. Here in Illinois in 2023, they amended the child labor law to allow teenagers over the age of 18 to take legal action against their parents if they get featured in monetized social media videos and are not properly compensated. That's going to lead to some ugly court cases.
Yeah, that's going to be.
What defines properly compensated?
Well, parents have to put 50% of earnings for a piece of online content into a trust fund for the child.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
That seems like a step in the right direction.
Based on the percentage of time that they're featured in the video. So if the child is in half the video, then they get 25%. Yeah, 25% of the funds. If they're in a full video, they're required to get 50% of all the earnings.
Okay.
So then they're still kind of getting screwed, though, because they don't get the other 50.
A little bit, yeah. So, well, who's doing the heavy lifting here? The parents or the kids?
I mean,
Sure.
the mom editor, she's putting in the extra work. So
Yeah.
the mom that's doing a day in the life and like waking up her kid, and the kid's like, "Fuck off! I don't
Yeah.
want a camera in my face."
Yeah, in this analogy, it's like Mad Dog and Mackenzie are the parents, and we're just their little children that come in here running around.
Oh, you guys get 50%.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, did you guys?
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, you guys are gonna pay for this. Did you guys see the California law that kind of had a similar? I believe children, if they're in more than 30% of a user's content, they have to be paid. So there's I don't know if this is a rumor or like, I don't know what I would describe it as, but apparently the new thing is for these LA family influencers to pick up and leave LA and move to Tennessee and move like outside Nashville.
Ooh.
Because Tennessee doesn't have any laws pertaining to children influencers, obviously, and
It's like Delaware for child stars.
Yes, and
We're Tennessee Corporation.
and Big T does Tennessee have state income tax?
It does not.
It's there, so there's the other thing, and so that's a new thing is that one of this family influencer has denied that this is the reason why, but this family, and I'm blanking on her name right now. Oh, Brittany Xavier. She has 2 children, maybe 3, 2 children though, that are both minors, and they are in a good majority of her content. And she is picking up basically her whole entire life. Her daughter is a senior in high school. She left her daughter in LA and moved her family, the rest of her family, to Nashville, or like outside Nashville, like Franklin or something, in the past like maybe 2 months when these laws happen to take effect coincidentally. And she's leaving her daughter in LA to finish high school. And like, it's not like her husband is staying behind. Like her daughter is moving in with the family friend, and they're going to go visit her. Like, it's a long distance boyfriend. And she denies that it's because of the child influencing laws. And she's like, we had black mold in our house and it was making us sick. And we always wanted to move to Tennessee to have more room for our children. And I believe God was a part of it.
Of course.
But several of these families have picked up and moved from LA to outside Nashville or in the Tennessee suburbs. And some people are kind of putting together the pieces that there's no state income tax. These child influencing laws are taking effect.
Wow.
And so they don't have to properly compensate their children. And again, this Brittany Xavier woman has stated that this is not the reason. And she's also stated that she properly funds like a trust fund for her kids and stuff like that. I just find it odd timing. And then another influencer who has, I believe, 4 or 5 children. Her husband is a non-denominational Christian church pastor, but has started 2 different churches in the matter of like 3 years. And they also moved from, I believe, like San Diego to Tennessee. to start a church because God felt like they were called there. And her husband got like fired, which I didn't know pastors really got fired like that. But like her husband got fired from his first church. So then they were like, oh, actually, God just called us to start our own business and our own church. So now she's in the process of starting a church in Tennessee with her like 4 or 5 children, and she posts about it. But God has called her for that as well.
Wow.
But it's an interesting trend that I'm noticing.
There's another thing that's popping up. North Carolina, there's a bill that's in the state Senate that's banning accounts on social media for kids under the age of 14.
Yes.
She's not even allowed to have one.
Which I don't hate.
So that would also require companies to delete any accounts belonging to minors.
What if
under
God
14.
called you at the age of 10?
And
though?
so if
Right.
God
That's a
called
good
you,
point.
What
Then
if-
that's First Amendment violation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if God told me to move to Tennessee and exploit my children, you have to follow God.
right.
I would argue that's a violation of. It's like an NIL thing. I think that's a violation of one's earning potential.
what?
Not allowing kids to
On
have
social media.
anything until
Before
they're 14.
Yeah.
That's free. That's free market. Yeah.
Well, there's one influencer family in Australia that got their kid an Instagram account before he was born. So the mom was an influencer. Her name's Nina. She had 40,000 followers, and when she got pregnant, her account grew even bigger as people tracked her progress. And then she made an Instagram account for her child. As soon as he was born, I just looked at his face, and I'm like, "Oh, here we go," meaning like dollar signs,
Oh,
my
my goodness.
God.
dollar signs. And her son now has 100,000 followers and brand deals worth about $20,000 a year.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darren Ravel did that actually. An even creepier thing Darren Ravel did.
Yeah.
He also did the thing where he got social media accounts for his children, but didn't he get one for Big Cat's son?
He got a Big Cat Son account. Yeah, I forget what it was
He
called.
did?
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, I
Yeah.
missed
I think he
it.
still owns it.
I vaguely recall this. Yeah.
Ravel.
I also
That's
didn't
the
know
night-
Ravel was a father to children.
What a great child warming present.
Yeah, he squatted on Barstool Lil Cat. Dad is Big Cat, Mom is Lady Cat. Add Darren Ravel as my godfather.
Oh my
You're
God.
you're kidding me, right?
No.
March 2019.
Did Big Cat say like, "Hey buddy, this is fucking weird"?
Yeah, it has that account been active?
I don't know if it's still. I'll check if it's still active on Twitter.
Like if I was Big Cat, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I actually want to buy that account now.
I believe it's gone.
I want to buy that account and give it to somebody Big Cat would. I mean,
Well, Darren Ravel is kind of like.
yeah, I can't do any worse than that.
Yeah, that's
actually.
kind of top tier.
I unfortunately think he has one.
I mean, it'd be good if Brandon had it,
Yeah.
Be funny.
but Brandon wouldn't want it because he's normal.
I found the original Twitter thread. Do you want me to send it to you, Mad Dog?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see there's some actual laws coming about.
Yeah, and then for the laws and bills, Sherry Frankie, who was the eldest daughter of Ruby Frankie, who we have talked about, 8 passengers in jail, obviously. She is currently like testifying in front of courts to pass a bill also related to like kid influencing and the monitoring of those accounts and all of that. So like she's in Utah, which is a hotbed for these types of accounts. So she is currently like, that's her work right now, is getting these bills in front of lawmakers and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, here's the Darren Ravel.
Okay, let's see this. Congrats, my friend.
Wait, go up real quick.
Okay.
Oh, the
Because
picture.
it's a reply.
Congrats, my friend. As a gift, I'm willing to give you the Barstool Lil Cat handle. It already has 1,100 followers. Condition, I must really be named his godfather.
So I guess he hasn't given up the account yet.
I believe it's no longer active. I just replied to you to your email. Yeah,
Okay.
the
Account
account's
suspended.
Account
Good.
suspended.
That is the worst negotiating strategy ever. Darren Ravel's like, okay, I will give this account to you, but in payment, you have to name me Godfather. That's the easiest. Like, no,
Also, like, you guys aren't friends.
I don't want the account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he tweeted like a very real tweet, like very
Of
happy.
his son being born.
And the morning of, Rovell was like, "Well, actually, I own his IP. Your son is mine. I am his godfather."
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Very weird behavior. I will say, there's probably some kids out there though that are like, they become sentient, I guess. They become
children,
aware, and they're like, "Oh wow, I have an Instagram with 40,000 followers." Like some kids probably want that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely go to school and they're just like, "How many followers do you have?"
Yeah,
I have 40,000.
and they're pulling all the baddies.
Yeah.
What is more valuable to own, the social media handle of an infant to which you have no relation, or several pieces of Martin Luther King Jr. merch?
Merchandise.
More than
Or
9.
memorabilia, I should say.
More than 9.
He's got the signed NAACP card, right, from Rosa Parks too.
I think he's a piece of the railroad.
Yeah.
Underground.
I like how he referred to it as like an autographed NAACP card. It's like, dude, that was her voting card.
Yeah.
that
was just a signature.
that you had to sign because you were black and you wouldn't be allowed to vote if you didn't write your name on it.
Yeah.
What's it graded, though?
It's autographed.
He has like checks that he says are autographed. It's like a Frank Sinatra check that's been wrote out.
Yeah.
I actually met Rovell at a card show because I'm a card guy. I'm a collectible guy, which part of me is like, the thing he does with like the historical black figures, not influencers. Sorry, that's not the right word.
The influencers of their day.
The influencers of their day is weird, but he has some stuff that I really like. Like he has like a Chris Farley SNL ticket from his last show, which I think is actually like I would want that one day.
Yeah.
I saw him at a card show, unprompted before I worked for Barstool. He just walked up to our booth and goes, "You guys want to see some cool shit?" And he was just pulling out all of it from his backpack. He's like very proud of that.
It was actually cool shit?
Some of it, like the Farley was cool. He has a couple like checks that I think like Sinatra checks.
Yeah. He got real mad at the Hockey Hall of Fame the other day.
Oh yeah?
Because the guy in Western Michigan scored 4 goals, I think, at the championship of the Frozen Four, and then they sent those gloves to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and Darren was like, "Does this make sense to send these to the Hockey Hall of Fame when memorabilia and merch is becoming such a valuable commodity?"
Oh.
So he's pretty much saying like, why should everybody be able to enjoy them when I would pay money so that only I
want
can,
those gloves.
so only I can have them?
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure it'll be there for like a month, and then he'll get them back.
Yeah, we send a lot of stuff to Halls of Fame.
Yeah.
Like if a kicker makes like 5 field goals in a playoff game, they're like, the shoes are going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and they're there for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Mad Dog, I'm going to send you one more kid influencer. I just replied. But there's a lot of laws happening around the country. There are some countries with not even laws for regular people.
Mm-hmm.
So kids are lower on the docket. Have you guys ever been exposed to Mr. Greedy?
No.
No? They're either in Pakistan or India, but it's...
3, 2, 1, go. Muzammil.
Oh, I know these guys. I've seen these.
And they are competing for food.
Yes.
Greedy.
Yeah, so they do these competitions, and the winners get like a bag of sugar and like a drink.
It's so fucked up. Dude.
And they're like roll a soccer ball into a hole and like
You
they
get
do
to have dinner.
Yeah, so this is one where I'm like, I don't know ethically what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah, ethically this is bad. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Well, they also have to be making so much money that they can afford to all have dinner, right?
Yeah. I mean, their channel is massive. Their TikTok is massive.
So I didn't know that this was a guy. I've just seen these on TikTok, and I thought it was like a town that did this or something.
I believe this is one of the kids. I don't even know if this is the full account, but basically it's like a grown adult putting these kids through like very dystopian tasks and like, you know, like roll the ball down the hill or pick up all the bottles, and then the winner gets food, and you can see when they get the food they are hungry.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I don't know who's getting the money. I don't know where the money goes from the TikTok. But it's an interesting rabbit hole I've stumbled upon. Yeah, if you just go to the end of the video.
Yeah, if they actually like need this food and they're starving, this is like one of the most fucked up things ever.
Yes.
But if they're very well fed and they've got money in their family and they're doing this and like playing up the fact that like, oh, Americans think that we're starving and we're not, then that's kind of funny.
I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
I also like how all of these comments on this one video is like, Hasnan cheated. Ban him.
Yeah.
Let this kid have a chicken sandwich.
Well, the one kid is nicknamed Mr. Greedy because he's like the oldest of the bunch and he always eats and he always wins.
Mr. Greedy lost. I'll sleep good tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think they are having fun. I think it is I don't think they're actually, starving.
Yeah.
But nobody's regulating what's going on over there.
Nobody at all.
No.
I mean, people are barely regulating what's going on over here.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the future of Barstool Sports is going to be 10 kids doing a torture stream and they have to watch like Goodfellas. It's going to be like, can you sit down and watch this movie without looking at your phone for 2 hours?
Oh, the torture.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Loser has to watch Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
If they can watch the whole Godfather trilogy back to back, they get $1 million.
Yeah, nobody does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, that's Kidfluencers. I feel very optimistic about the future of the world. I'm actually just more concerned about football.
Yeah.
Ever since I started thinking about sports, name a sport that lasts, under 5 minutes.
Rugby. 7.
7-minute halves.
Okay.
But that's one form of rugby. You're right. That is, but you can't go long. It's too exhausting. You can't go any longer than that.
Okay. It's quick.
Yeah, you're right.
The sports thing is depressing because even me, my attention span isn't great anymore. It's not as good as it used to be. But like an NBA game, like I can't even look at an NBA game unless it's the fourth quarter
Well, that's
and it's
because
a
the
close
NBA
game.
sucks.
Well, there was a moment in the play-in game where I was like, this kind of rocks because I'd watched so much college basketball recently. And they're making shots. They're all really, really good.
You're watching a better product.
You know who
Yeah.
you sound like? You sound like a little kid. You need the YouTube, all the bells going off. Oh, they need to make every shot.
I mean, it was impressive.
I'm stimulated because they're making the shots. You sound like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I do.
They need like the Fortnite hit marker
Yes.
sound every time a bucket goes through. Yeah.
That actually would be kind of sick.
I need like slime exploding from the net whenever they hit a shot.
Yeah. I want to hear a chug jug at a timeout. That would lock in the kids.
If Fortnite because Fortnite sponsored the college football playoff, if you'll remember.
Yeah.
All the first round games
Yes.
were Fortnite OG kickoffs. The Vols 0-1 in Fortnite OG kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But so if they sponsored like the NBA playoffs, make the Gatorade bottles, chug jugs,
Yes.
could do a whole thing.
And then you could just put, assault rifles in the game and just see what happens.
John Morant would, though. The Grizzlies would win the title.
The grenade thing was
Yeah.
crazy. He's already doing it.
I love the grenade thing.
I think it was so cool.
I hope he keeps doing it. I
Yeah.
hope he gets more and more fake violent with stuff.
Have you seen the videos of all kids doing it now already?
No.
Oh, it's sweeping the nation.
Oh yeah. I mean, I started doing it. I was practicing it in the mirror because I was like, this is the coolest fucking emote I've ever seen.
It's not a grenade, though. He's throwing his words.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Oh, have you not seen that?
No, that's a great explanation.
No,
though.
yeah, he said he's throwing his words out into the world and then
covering
himself from the response.
Genius.
That's so good.
Yeah,
That's really
as
good.
spin zones go,
Yeah,
it's good.
Good luck denying that, Adam Silver.
Yeah,
He must
I
have
was saying
Bryson,
my heart goes out to them. That's what he's saying.
He must
What
have
do you-
Bryson DeChambeau's PR team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys covered this in early college football, but like when and RIP Kyron Lacey, but when all of the players were brandishing weapons,
he was at the forefront.
the tuck
Yeah.
to show that you're strapped.
Yeah.
Like as a white guy, like I'm just gonna say it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. it was sick.
Because you're not even simulating the weapon. You're just simulating displaying that you might have a weapon.
Yeah,
Like you're not holding it.
you're not holding it.
You're
there's-
showing something.
You're just like, yeah, I'm strapped.
I'm doing what, sir? I was not simulating. I was pretending I was doing the waistband tuck,
Yeah,
and I had a boner.
yeah. That's the spin zone
Yeah,
there.
I was trying to simulate the tip of my penis.
Your
poking
defense was so bad it made me hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I think he did like double shotgun at one point, right? Like he blasted like 2 in somebody's dome.
Yeah. I believe he executed someone on the field.
Somebody on JMU got in trouble because they did the bow and arrow, but like they did like 7 in a row.
Yeah, yeah.
Right into a person that they had sacked. They kept going back to the quiver and getting more and more arrows.
I thought that guy didn't get a flag.
You know, maybe the bow and arrow is okay.
I think there was I don't know if it was JMU or not, but some guy did what you're describing many times and didn't get a flag.
I respect that. I think we should allow the fake gun simulations.
Yeah, you should have to have
I don't know.
a fake firearms license to do it. You should be like, here are my papers.
Yeah. Have you not read the fake Second Amendment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clearly allowed to do this. All right. Well, that was Kidfluencers. Mook, thank you for joining us.
I had a blast. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate it. I asked the right person to be on the show today.
I'm shameful of myself, but also happy because I enjoy some of the good stuff is out there.
You like the antics.
Yes, I appreciate it because these kids are entertainers, and some of them are coming up properly. But when you get the parents involved and they're being scumbags and like the Baby Gronks of the world and the Piper Raquels, like that shit's fucked up. But when the kids are having a good time and it's like funny,
why not?
Let the kids play.
This was the return for the Home and Home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are coming on tomorrow night for 6 hours and to drink wine, right?
Well, we have to get a new contract because you would have to come play us again here as well.
I would have to come. Okay. Okay.
What if I just drank water the entire time and it was just me drinking water
Piss stream.
and trying to piss out a kidney stone?
Wow.
I would love that.
Like at Barstool After Dark, just sit here and piss until it passes.
Yeah, you know where to find me. I'll be here.
All right. Well, thank you, Mook.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. All right. That was Macrodosing. We'll see you guys next Tuesday for Nanodosing. Love you guys.